Caitlin, slower start than you really got into it. What was your first impression of your first game in the W?
Remember when Caitlin Clark scored only 2 points in her WNBA debut? Fast forward to now, and she's turning heads left and right. But her journey from college superstar to pro isn't what anyone expected. Let's break down the real story behind Clark's rocky start and why it might be the best thing that ever happened to her. Let's take a moment to discuss numbers. Caitlin Clark was a walking highlight reel in college. In her last season, she averaged 31.6 points, 8.9 assists, and 7.1 rebounds per game. These are video game metrics, not just nice stats. However, her WNBA debut, it seemed as though a whole new player was being shown. Two things: Clark's performance in her maiden professional game was limited to that. There is a striking contrast that has people talking. What became of the scoring device that we were all expecting? Welcome to the WNBA, the place where female college athletes come to play. You see, the WNBA is a whole different game than simply playing on a higher level. We are discussing a league full of seasoned pros who have seen it all. For years, these ladies have fought against the greatest of the best. Regardless of how many points she scored in college, they aren't going to throw a red carpet party for a rookie. 95 collegiate All-Americans were among the 139 players on WNBA rosters on opening day. Almost half were All-Americans on the first team. Clark is currently facing competition of that nature. She seemed to have gone from swimming with sharks to being a large fish in a small pond. And these old WNBA players, they are intelligent in addition to being gifted. They've researched Clark's strategy. They are aware of her habits, preferred movements, and go-to photos. And they're trying to silence her by utilizing that information.
Caitlin Clark that had them both in the headlines and seemingly in the crosshairs of the old guard fans and the new wave masses.
Diana Taurasi is one such example. Taurasi informed her ahead of Clark's debut that reality is coming. It was an experienced person warning a novice to prepare herself, not trash talk. Indeed, Taurasi was correct. During her initial games,
Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
Clark was the focus of physical attacks from opponents. They're doing everything they can to derail her, including pushing and bumping her. Michael Jordan experienced the same treatment during his first NBA season. Everyone wants to show they can stop you when you're that good. This is when the intriguing part comes in. This conflict, it doesn't mean Clark won't succeed in the WNBA. In actuality, it's an essential step in her development. Consider this: if you're never pushed, how can you improve? Clark is always learning even when she is shut down. Every attempt that misses is a lesson. Every change is an opportunity to adjust. She is learning how to get space against defenders who are stronger and taller than her. She's getting better at reading more intricate barriers. In an effort to offset the physical play, she is creating new maneuvers. It is common for rookies joining the WNBA to go through this adjustment period. It was something that even some of the best players in league history had to endure. Similar to learning to ride a bike, you will fall a few times before you can begin to cycle effectively. The truth is though, Clark isn't your average rookie. She has a certain spark that makes her stand out. Her attitude is equally as important as her abilities. Her competitive spirit is fueled by every obstacle she encounters. Every setback serves as inspiration to put in more effort and establish her worth once more. For that reason, Clark's difficult beginning could be the best thing that has happened to him. She is being compelled to change and improve upon her collegiate performance. She's getting ready to rule the WNBA, not merely adjust to it. Now, let's discuss Caitlin Clark's performance outside of the stat sheet. Although she may not be scoring 30 points a night like she did in college, she is still having an impact. Clark's influence on the court extends far beyond his ability to shoot baskets. How can a player who's struggling to score still be a game changer? Is probably what's on your mind. That's where the true magic of Clark comes into play. WNBA veterans are uneasy because she is a playmaker as well as a scorer. Let's dissect it. Clark has incredible court vision. She sees passes that are beyond the imagination of most players. We are discussing no-look dimes that pierce impenetrable barriers. She seems to have eyes in the back of her mind. It's not just about dazzling passes either. Clark has a remarkable talent for opening doors for her teammates. Like a magnet, she attracts defenders before passing the ball to open shooters. Clark is consistently 3 moves ahead in a game of basketball chess. But wait, Clark's skill set goes beyond simple passing. Her comprehension of the game is exceptional. She keeps her eyes on the court, searching for the holes in the defense. She can be found dribbling near the top of the key one moment and blowing past her defender the next, bringing down the entire defense. Now, the box score may not show all of this. Clark isn't averaging 20 assists each contest, but if you look closely, you can see how she's creating easy baskets for her teammates. She's pulling defenders to provide space for others, or she's making the pass that results in the assist. Let's also discuss Clark's movements. Her repertoire of skills could make a magician envious. Clark is skilled at everything: dribbles, spins, and fakes. Although she may not always be successful with these plays, she is keeping opponents guessing, and that's crucial in the WNBA, where every edge matters. One particularly noteworthy play: Clark executed a vicious spin maneuver that left her defender for dead. She didn't score, but she passed the ball to a teammate who was open for an easy layup after drawing 3 defenders. It's the kind of play that alters the course of the game, yet doesn't appear in the numbers. You may be asking yourself, well, but if she's that good, why isn't she taking the lead? The truth is that Clark is setting the stage for future achievement. Not only is she adjusting to the WNBA, but she's also working out how to control the league. Consider it, Clark is becoming adept at making an effect on the game even when her shot isn't going in. She is gaining abilities that, once she discovers her scoring touch, will make her unbeatable. She seems to be assembling a basketball arsenal, and once it's finished, things may get ugly. Not to be overlooked is Clark's competitive fire. Every obstacle she encounters serves as fuel for her development. She's embracing the battle rather than just accepting it. That's how a potential superstar thinks. She will take these beatings and this attention, and she will learn from it and she will improve, says a basketball observer summarizing the situation accurately. That serves as a warning to the other teams in the league, not simply a prediction. Thus, yes, Clark's figures may not pop out of the page at this time. Don't be duped by it though. Her influence is being felt in ways that aren't necessarily reflected in the box score. Her ability to create plays, her court vision, and her basketball IQ are the foundations of excellence. Alright, let's discuss the Caitlin Clark effect. This rookie is producing a tsunami throughout the WNBA, not just on the court. Nothing like this has happened in the league in, well, forever. Perhaps you're wondering what makes Clark so unique. Not only is her play impressive, but so is the craze she's igniting off the court. We are discussing tremendous media coverage and fan interest. Clark has become into more than just a player. She is now a household name. When was it not a huge thing to get tickets to WNBA games? Those times are long gone. To accommodate Clark's growing fan base, teams are actually shifting their games to bigger locations. Every game she plays seems to become the hottest thing in town all of a sudden. What about jerseys? Ignore it.
Clark had the highest selling jersey on draft night of any athlete in any sport in the company's history. Now,
they ran out of Clark's jersey faster than you could say buckets. They're being snatched up by fans as if they were collectibles, which in all honesty, they very well may be one day. This is where things become tricky though. Is Clark's talent the true reason for all of this attention, some people wonder? Or is there another issue at hand? Now let's tackle the most pressing issue. In a league where black players predominate, Clark is a white player, and that started a discussion over whether her appeal is due in part to her marketability. The WNBA legend Sue Bird said it like it was. She continued, even though we're female athletes playing at a high level, our worlds are just totally different. Bird is highlighting the fact that even in women's sports, racial disparities may impact public opinion and media coverage. Although it is a sensitive topic, the WNBA is debating it. Does Clark's fame only stem from her abilities? Or is there a role her image plays? The league needs to have this discussion even though there isn't a simple solution, and the WNBA is being advanced by Clark, yet it's unclear why she is garnering attention. The league is being forced to change quickly by her existence. The Lynx's coach, Cheryl Reeve, put it best when she remarked, "The growth is happening at an exponentially fast rate. The outdated methods will no longer work." Because of Clark's fame, the growing pains of a league that was unexpectedly thrown into the spotlight are being made public. Consider the broadcasting industry. The WNBA is having trouble keeping up with the demand from fans who want to see Clark play. Some inexperienced players are discovering that their matches aren't even aired live. It serves as a wake-up call for the league, which must improve in order to stay competitive with the Clark effect. Furthermore, it goes beyond TV coverage. Clark's presence is drawing attention to problems that the WNBA has had for a long time. We're discussing everything from travel arrangements to player salaries. All of a sudden, these issues are becoming widely recognized.
the better she is, the higher that league is going to climb.
Yeah, no doubt. She's got that crossover appeal. All right.
The bright side is that all of this attention might result in improved circumstances for every WNBA player. The league is under pressure to improve because of Clark's popularity. Increased revenue from more fans could lead to improved facilities and compensation for everybody. Not to be overlooked are Clark's endorsement arrangements. She and Nike have inked a huge $28 million deal that includes her own exclusive shoe brand. That's not typical of a rookie in the WNBA. The bar for what female athletes can achieve off the field is being raised. Thus, Clark is indeed drawing attention to the league. She's bringing opportunity though, not just for herself, but also for other WNBA players. She is creating opportunities. Consider it. More ticket sales equate to more supporters in the stands. Revenue from products increases when more jerseys are sold. Greater media attention translates into more chances for sponsorship. In the WNBA, there could be a rising tide that lifts all boats. It's not all plain sailing though. The WNBA is experiencing difficulties as it attempts to take advantage of the Clark effect. They're juggling broadcast problems, scheduling difficulties, and the difficulty of satisfying the ever-increasing demand from fans.